involved, especially our team. I'm here just to wrap up the day, a couple of notes. Thank you, everyone, and as well with my partners and friends, Serafima Senkina and Hilton Supra. So I will pass the word probably to Serafima, that was behind the scenes producing this, and as well was in the first day on the Women's Day moderating a panel, but has been on the production of this. And then we'll wrap up and do a bit of some of the top things that came out of the day.
Well, firstly, I would like to thank the team of the Digital Week Online for giving Studium and Open Business Council the opportunity to host this amazing day on digital transformation. I would like to thank all of the Studium team that have been working to help us to organize this. And I would like to thank you, the audience who joined us, and I hope learned some wonderful insights on digital transformation and some tricks about the process, how to use digital technologies and create new or modify existing business processes, culture, customer experiences, and meet ever-changing business and market requirements. Thank you to everyone, and it's been a great pleasure.
Thank you so much. That was I mean, I've thoroughly enjoyed this day. I mean, you know, at the end of the day, I have seen, because we've done a couple of these before, and they just get better and better and better in terms of the team of people that we've put together, and also the valuable contribution that's made by everyone, including all the panelists who've come on board, and the communication with our team. You know, everybody's been super, super, super helpful. I mean, we're building a great community of technology enablers, a great community of specialists in their field. And, you know, we're really, really opening up a channel of communication, of knowledge that I think is second to none. And I'm really, really glad to be on this journey with all of you.
Yeah, and I think picking from that, Hilton, I think we had 7 panels today with an average of 5 people, so around 35 people that were here. Like you mentioned, global experts from the European Union to top universities, experts in technology, blockchain, AI, but as well experts in digital inclusion, and actually touching the biggest problems that we're facing nowadays, from people that work with the likes of Gates Foundation to the World Bank to the United Nations. I think, like Serafima mentioned, these are the biggest topics of our time. And I think wrapping up the day, I think probably the most important is, especially for everyone listening to us around the world, there were a lot of very constructive solutions put, from cybersecurity to society 5.0, to the areas of how to look at the 4th industrial revolution, but as well apply this to day-to-day healthcare, ed tech, DeFi, which is, I think there was a fantastic quote that I think reflects a bit of the challenge that we're facing when it comes to digital and finance and all these different areas, that at the moment, DeFi is the biggest ever digital community in the planet. That is a decentralized one, and using these technologies to empower people, first of all. But of course, these technologies have as well a lot of issues and concerns that we have to have. So I think I want to definitely thank everyone that participated, especially the speakers that were with us and moderators that did a fantastic work to put this together. Our team as well behind the scenes that Serafima has been coordinating. So Anne again from Vietnam, Leona Costa as well from Vietnam, and as well Sylvia Tomakova that is from Slovakia. So I've been having people all over the planet. Hilton is from Lisbon, I'm in London. So we have a very global team as well. The Digital Week Online had people in Hong Kong and in St. Petersburg and in Moscow. And as well, our speakers are coming literally from everyone. For instance, the last panel, we had people from the US, from UK, and we had people from Africa, from a lot of different areas. So I want especially looking at the topics, and I think making a kind of a probably challenging the people listening to us. We still have some people listening to us around the world. I think it's probably, I know that some of these videos will continue live. So I would suggest that the ones that are still with us, that engage with us, please use these opportunities to gather some insights and engage as well with some of the speakers. Most of them are available on social media. There's YouTube channels for some of them. There's the YouTube channel, Digital Week Online, or all these lives are going to be published and they're already live. And there's already around 20 to 30,000 views that are just on the day today. So we're very proud of that success. But one of the things that we want as well is making sure that the learnings and the interaction that is here and the community that we have here can actually be pushed together, like Hilton said, to create a community and to create as well insights and value for everyone. And I'll pass the word probably for Serafim and Hilton to finish. We are open to a lot of these things. We are, as Serafima mentioned, so I'm the founder and leading personality behind openbusinesscouncil.org and citiesabc.com that are partners of Digital Week Online. And this event is co-produced as well with intelligenthq.com and as well with our websites, edgethink.com and tradersdna.com and fashionabc.org. And of course, one of our editors, Hernaldo Turillo, I cannot forget him, has been as well helping us with content and a lot of social media impact. As well, there's a lot of work behind the scenes, but the most important is how can we bridge everyone involved. And of course, with our team, Serafina and Hilton, what we've been trying to do is bridging research, academia, business, and institutions. And I think we are as well working with RU Global, that is an organization focused on digital inclusion, and is one of the main focus how we can actually empower a lot of people that have low voice online to use these tools to create better understanding, education, and so forth. I don't know, Serafim and Hilton, if you want to say something more, and I want to thank everyone that is still here with us after this marathon.
Well, I believe, Denis, you covered most of things, but I would like to add that for us at Studium, and I believe we're speaking from everyone who spoke today at the conference, digital transformation as an aspect is not that much about technology, but about people. And I would like, as Hilton said today, let's be enablers to technology and not slaves. And I would like for people who were watching us today to perceive their right mindset and use technology to benefit from it, to create social good and make the world a better place.
Brilliant. Thank you for that, Serafima. I mean, one of the things that resonates with me the most is that COVID-19 has really given us an opportunity to really look at what we all can contribute to our families, our friends, our associates, our businesses, and society. And in fact, even though we are distanced by physically, we are connected significantly by technology. And this has really accelerated, I think, the digital transformation of society, with one caveat, that we are at the center of this. As you said, Serafima, you pick up on that, in the context of Society 5.0. It is technology is an enabler. It has enabled us to do this today. It's enabled us to connect people from, Dimitrios Parasakis from the European Parliament to Kieran Fernandez from Durham to Professor Yu Chong, who's bridges between China and the UK, with Selena Lee, who's from Vietnam, all the way through to John Sharp, who I think is in Australia, to Melanie Moore. She was in Marsh, I think she was in Singapore, and Calvin, I think, was in Singapore as well. Calvin Ng, who's the founder of Platus VT. And then we had Sean Kiernan and Ashad Khan, Mike Kisler and Alex Batlin and Derek Main, everywhere from Middle East to Canada to all over the world. And then we had with China, we had Adita Malik from CE, who was on Talent Hedge, who was a major education institute and professors from the National Institute of Technology in Allahabad. And then we had people from Marsha Healthcare, and we had psychologists and Nike Sports. I mean, then moving on, we moved on to cybersecurity and the major contributions from people in the Middle East, from major contributions from Adam Roosevelt, Chuck Brooks, Fernando Martino, Johannes Druchach, in terms of the work that they've been doing in terms of cybersecurity and cybercrime. And then, of course, we had Peter Chun, who's from the World Smart Cities Forum, who was still in lockdown in New York, even though he's based in London and the Far East. Then we had David Caston, who was, I think he's out in the middle of western, in the mid state somewhere in the cold. And then we have James Orleans, who is from Ghana. I mean, this is just incredible. And then when I was speaking to Nick Rousseau, who's based in the UK, in the Midlands, then we had Lamondre Pugh, who's out in the United States, and Linda as well. So we just crisscrossed the world with the most amazing people, and we brought this community of people together, and the knowledge and insights and the passion and the motivation that they have is inspiring. It really, really makes my day, and I'm really glad to be part of that. And I hope that all of you who are participating and watching all the panel sessions and this wrap-up session would really go back and start engaging with these amazing people.
Thank you to everyone.
So we still have, we still have 300 people listening to us, so probably can actually get a bit more. So Serafima, do you want to just highlight about the group, about Cities ABC and Open Business Council, and as well our partnership that will continue with Digital Week Online?
Well, we're very honored to be in a partnership with Digital Week Online, and also to organize our Open Business Council Summit that is coming on 22nd of April, on the 20th to 22nd of April, together with Open Business Council Awards, where we would provide, where we would enroll companies for the awards and provide multiple incentives. You can look it up on our websites that are connected to the Digital Week Online. Denis, I would like to pass the word to you and more tell about our group, because I don't know, you are the heart of us.
No, we are all together. So I think probably I want to touch a couple of things. So Hilton mentioned, so first of all, a very special thanks for all the moderators. So we had today, I think especially besides the three of us that have been moderating panels, but we had Azad Sultan that joined us from Malaysia and did a fantastic panel about cities and nations funding, business startup ecosystem and digital strategies. We had Irinda Mishra that did a fantastic panel on digital exchanges 4.0 and centralized versus decentralized. DeFi, and there was a fantastic panel that actually had people from multiple exchanges, but as well in a lot of different solutions here. And of course, we had the EdTech, Executive Education, Health Tech, Next Frontiers, that was moderated by Nitin Karla from India. And Irinda, by the way, has been based between London and UK and as well Mauritius. In Africa. Then we had Business Digital Transformation, Cybersecurity and Cybercrime that was moderated by Agya Chiv, that is a CEO of Sikra and joined us from Middle East in Dubai. And then Super Intelligent Cities and Carbon Footprint, Sustainability and Governments and Cities was moderated by Richard Straits, that is the COO of Roof Global Impact, and join us from the US. And of course, the last panel was you, Hilton, which was as well about the future, about the areas. So I think just for people, and bear in mind that we still have 400 people listening to us. I don't know if there's any questions from the audience on any interaction that it is. I would suggest, please, that or go to my Twitter account or go to our YouTube channel, both the Digital Week Online YouTube channel or my personal YouTube channel, Dinis Guarda, where there's a lot of work. And one of the things that I would like to add, some of my notes of the day, and I think this is particularly important, is that we are effectively, when it comes to digital transformation, in a fantastic catalyst moment in history of humanity. That is where we are reconfiguring, especially global and regional supply chain flows, especially with the increasing digitalization that COVID-19 accelerated. And I think for people listening to us, especially people that are more digital savvy, the opportunity is massive. And one of the things I always tell people in my network is use these tools wisely, but use it for your own sake. And I think, for instance, if you look a lot of the things happening in the DeFi finance, in Bitcoin, there's a lot of people making quite a lot of money and results, but not just the traders, because the traders, of course, have much more knowledge and they have to be much more prepared for this. But a lot of people can actually learn and create reward systems through these tools. And I would urge people to study this and to learn how to take this to their lives, to improve and as well to have ownership of their data and ownership of their knowledge, because in the end of the day, knowledge is power, and power is the way we can act together. And I think especially this was a digital transformation day for business, cities, and governments. We had as well the founder of the World Smart Cities Forum, Peter Chan. And one of the things that we've been seeing is the lack of preparation of cities and governments for digital. That was highlighted, for instance, by Dimitris Psarakis, that for instance, the European Union, which is over 500 million people direct and around 27 countries, has only 50 people looking at digital. I'm talking from a regulatory and parts. And this is kind of scary. Of course, there's thousands of institutions, but it shows as well how even the wealthiest and the most prepared countries in the world are still laying behind when it comes to digital. And my first film that I passed in the day was There's Only One Economy, the digital economy. It's a provocation, but I think it's key for everything. And there's a wrap up of this day, because if you don't look at these digital tools in the right way, we can just continue going, but we're going to have a very dystopian, probably Blade Runner world that is going to be coordinated by robotics and by big corporations and so forth. So I think we can actually make a better super intelligent society. That is the concept of Society 5.0. That is something that we are pushing forward as a concept of ours. And as well, my next book is going to be Society 5.0 Magna Carta. And I think it's really key that we look at these concepts, not just from the theory, but from a practice. There's a lot of things happening that are fantastic. For instance, Nick Rousseau mentioned about a community of farmers around the world, especially from India and Africa, that are creating data to improve their crops and their capacities and their financial inclusion and empowerment. And these things is where we actually have so much opportunities. But of course, this implies that you get out of our comfort zones and engage on this. Hilton, as my partner and as well someone that's been coming from corporate world, I want to probably put you a challenge. You are right now in the entrepreneurial world, and of course you could be having some fun with some of the things you achieve in your career, but you are here. So I think I would like to hear probably from you personal why you are so engaged when you could actually be enjoying a more calmer life, probably in some of the things that a lot of people have. But I think this is important, especially because I'm very respectful of the way you put your passion and enthusiasm to build as well what you're building, especially the openbusinesscouncil.org and Cities ABC, our biggest platforms, but as well fashionabc.org. But this implies as well a lot of getting out of your comfort zone to create something that is not easy. It's very persistent and very difficult day by day. For everyone listening to us that is entrepreneur, they know what I'm talking about.
Thank you for that, Dennis. No, it's been I mean, as not many people know, I was born in Africa, and until the age of 17, you know, I very much lived in Africa, and then I came to live in England and got educated in England at university, etc. But I always was fascinated by technology and how certainly technology has really made my career. I really did use technology to the best of its ability to really get to where I am today. But I realized by being born in Africa that if you use technology right and you empower people and you make their life much better, it gives me much more satisfaction to be an enabler and a mentor and a guide that really helps humanity. For some reason, that's been probably one of my passions. I enjoy seeing other people succeed. And if I have a small part in that, a little bit of advice or some enabling technology to help them, I'm all in. You know, I don't want to sit back. You know, at the end of the day, as you say that, you know, every business is technological. And at the end of the day, every life is full of motivation, drive, work, education, socializing. And if at the end of the day, it's not a linear concept, it's a cluster concept of where you are, as I say, you know, we talk about Society 5.0, where you put the individual at the center of the ecosystem, which has enabling technologies around it. It's the same thing with me as an individual. You know, whether I'm educating myself at the age of 60 by learning about NFTs and learning about blockchain and trying to do a bit of coding here and coding there. You know, I may not be the best coder in the world, but at least I understand how it works because I see the power of it. I see the power of the technology. And working with Serafima and you and the rest of the team is like I feel I'm home, part of a great family. So, and we can do great things together. And I really want to highlight that with this passion that we have and drive and motivation that we have, we really want to encourage all those who are still on the panel, on watching this. If you have a startup idea, if you have some idea, we can help you. We can help you on the technology side, but we can also help you with our awards. We created 6 categories: artificial intelligence, blockchain, for smart cities, digital wellness and well-being, health tech, big data analytics, social impact categories. There are over $1.5 million worth of prizes, benefits, and for the winners of these awards. I would encourage everybody sign up for the awards, because you never know, this could be a game changer in your big idea. So go to Open Business Council Summit and Awards and apply.
Thank you so much, Hilton. I think this is really important. I think a lot of the things is people need to look at the opportunities in front of them. I think we are in a world that very, very easily we can see just the noise, and we forget the substance, we forget the people that are there. And like us, and like you just mentioned, there's the awards, there's a lot of engagement. Even the DigitalWeek.Online is a quite generous space. There's tomorrow as well, another day. There's after tomorrow, so there's until Friday, a fantastic program that is not an easy one, that joins over probably 200 people and thousands of people around the world. But I think the opportunity is that there's so much stuff that people can use to improve themselves, to create better lifestyles, to create self-development. And I think this is the point, and I think Hilton is a great example of someone that could be joining and probably having some fun with the deserved rest that they've been having a fantastic career, but is here full of energy. And we have fantastic people in our team around the world, from Vietnam to Africa to Europe. Serafima is joining us actually from Barcelona as we speak, and actually she's been quite ill, and she's here with her energy and positivity. So I wish everyone listening to us to be patient, to be persistent, to fight for their dreams, but as well to do something that can change this world. Because if you just see the internet and if you just see the things, you tend probably to go more on the negativity than actually the positivity. And that's so much fantastic things. You just go to YouTube and probably you have like hundreds of lives like this around the world with thousands of people. So you can learn a lot, but you can actually get a lot of advantage as well. So I urge people to really look at these things, and especially look at these concepts from Fourth Industrial Revolution to DeFi to Society 5.0, which I really suggest everyone to study, because it's a better way to understand the concepts of our time and as well understand the opportunities that we have. And I think I want to wrap up with that. Thank you, everyone. I think we still have around over 300, close to 300 people listening to us, but we're going to wrap up. I think every panel of this day is available. Everyone can actually enjoy. I will finish probably the small film that I did that is precisely about this, that every business is a tech company. And this as well a research that I've been doing visually about these areas. And I think is the way to finish the topic of the day and anything. And of course, welcome to everyone from around the world. And thank you for being with us, which we are very grateful. But use this to engage. Please engage, is really important. And thank you to Digital Week Online as well for having us. So I'll just share the screen and we'll go through this.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, everybody.
Denise, if you want to unplug the earphones.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
And the sound, yeah.